Hey guys, it's Andrew from 510 Books. It's Monday, June 7th, 2021. I am back in my warehouse after my 3-day sale ended, doing a few things here in the morning before I go home, pick up the kids from school. And I wanted to share with you how my eBay sales were, well, eBay and Amazon sales over the weekend in terms of eBay and Amazon merchant fulfilled or fulfilled by merchant. In June of the year, which is the middle of the year. I want to talk about this because some of you might be, if you're newer, might be wondering what's happening to the sales. Now, if you've been around a few cycles, I've been around this is 7 years now, going on 8 actually, September, no, it'll be 7. Sorry, 7, it'll be 7 years in September. But been on eBay for 4 years now. And it's similar to Amazon and eBay. It doesn't matter which format it is, which platform it is. This time of year is typically a little bit slower for sales. Some people might say, no, it's not. My sales are great through the roof. Well, there's different circumstances depending on what you're selling. Maybe you're selling stuff for the summer, whether it's clothing or something related to summer activities. That might be different. But if you're selling what I'm selling, which is books and media, then this is the slower time of the year. Usually after March, April is when it starts to slow down, and it stays a little bit slower until it starts picking up, maybe July, definitely August. So it's typical, nothing to be worried about. This is a great time to get more inventory, list that inventory, so that when things do pick up, you'll have a larger inventory, whether it's on Amazon, whether it's on eBay, so more things will sell when things really do pick up for you and for me and for everyone else. So I wanted to share with you what I had over the sales I had over the weekend, and it was a bad weekend for sales for me. Usually this has been for a while now, I'll do at least a 10 to 15 eBay sales over the weekend. Even last weekend I did that. But I only had 3 eBay sales over the weekend, which is really, really slow. But I understand that it's June. Not only is it June, but it's it was the first weekend of June. I think a lot of people just are in the mindset or are already vacationing or took a trip or whatever, and they're just not online. People, of course, the pandemic has a huge impact on this as well. It's part of the equation that now so many things are reopening, so people want to just go out. They've been cooped up for the last year or longer than a year. And now here, I know locally where I am, we went out to eat on Friday night and with the family, and there was just a lot of people out. So people want to be outside, they want to go eat, they want to go do things, and because it's summer and because things are reopening and getting closer and closer and closer back to pre-pandemic times. So anyway, so that's obvious, right? These are obvious things, but things to consider. So don't worry if like for me, sales were really slow over the weekend. For me, fortunately, I had my local sale, so that was great. Even though my online sales were slow, my local sale was able to pick up the slack. So let me share with you what I sold, excuse me, on Amazon, not FBA, I'm just talking about merchant fulfilled. On Amazon, my merchant fulfilled or fulfilled by merchant FBM inventory has grown a lot in the last few months. Because there's just things that I've come across, like for instance, gaylords of mixed media, CDs, video games, mostly CDs that I've come across. I scan all of them to see if they're worth reselling on Amazon, which also gives me an idea of whether it's worth reselling on eBay as well. And a lot of that stuff goes in my local sale. But I have grown that inventory for me. I don't know exactly where it is right now, but it's grown to a higher level. It's not like thousands, it's in the hundreds, but to a point to where I get consistent sales, and sometimes I got 5 sales, merchant fulfilled sales in one day, like a week ago, and that was like a big deal because my inventory is not that big, but it's getting bigger, and I'm just listing more stuff. So that's another thing, that's not another thing, but just for me anyways, trying to list as much as I can on Amazon, merchant fulfilled, so that when things do pick up, I'll get a lot more sales. So I had 3 CD sales. The first one here, actually, I had a sale from this CD here, Spanish language music CD, which is actually from 2019 is when I listed it. So 2 years ago, and it finally sold. So it sat on my shelf, and that happens, long term, long tail items. And though the good thing was I listed it for $19.99, ended up selling for $17 and change, $17.06, of course, plus shipping. So yeah, this is a great sale. And these are the kind of items, you never know when they're going to sell. I'm not going to dive into sales rank and all that kind of stuff in this video, but it's good to have, items that might, you want everything to sell right away, but if you have long tails in there, it's slowly, you get more and more long tails. Those are going to sell over time, and hopefully those are worth more money. The long tails are not. Usually should be a little bit a higher priced item. This one is from a Gaylord from exactly a year ago. I listed it. Excuse me. Called Mellow Rock. This has got like Mellow Rock on it. I don't know. Air Supply, Chicago, Captain and Tennille, other people I haven't heard of, Styx. Anyway, so this took a year to sell, but it sold for, what did it sell for? $12.46. That's a good sale as well. And sometimes you just have to be patient. That these things take time. As long as you have the space and enough patience, just keep growing the inventory, your inventory, wherever it is, Amazon or eBay, and these things will start selling. They will sell along with the things that you've recently listed. So this one, John G. Elliott, Let All the Thirsty Come. This one sold for $9.14, and this is from a Gaylord that I got, I think a Gaylord was back in February. So this was listed in the last 4 months or so. Didn't take too long for this to sell. So $9 sale, $12 sale, $17 sale. These aren't huge money makers, but those are good. I'm happy with that, especially with us having a smaller inventory, and especially for it being slower during this time of year. So those sold, all CDs. I have a good amount of books also listed, merchant fulfilled, and I have a few audiobooks. But most of it is CDs and then books, but probably more CDs than books actually. And then on eBay, I had 3 sales. I had a DVD. This is a Filipino CD or Tagalog language CD. And this sold, I'm not sure where this was from, but this sold for $13.99. I think this was a newer one. I think this was listed recently, like the last few months, from a Gaylord. So keep your eyes open for these types of foreign language movies. Although this one might actually be in English, but I'm not sure. But anyway, it is international film. So as it says on here, certified blockbuster hit. Look for some of these Filipino movies, some other ones, other foreign language. Hold on a second. Okay, lights started going out in the warehouse, so I had to turn them on. Yeah, look out for these. Also things, Chinese language, Japanese language, Korean, Vietnamese as well. Look out for those if you're doing bulk or coming across those, because some of those can be worth money. This is an old book. Obviously, let's see. This was from that storage unit buy where I bought over 100 boxes, 2,000 plus books. This one, I'm not sure exactly when it was listed, but this book's from 1956. It sold for $16.99. It's got some wear on here, which is why eBay is great for that, to take those pictures. Make sure and take plenty of pictures. So this didn't sit too long, but I think it was listed, I don't know, probably this year. So I sell I've sold a lot of these older vintage paperback books. So be on the lookout for those, especially if you're buying in bulk. It's easy to grab these. But if you're in a thrift store or something, I don't tend to see that many of these kind. But if you do, look those up. And the last one on eBay was a hardcover book here. okay, I'm not sure how to pronounce this. Cyrano de Bergerac. Of course, I've heard of the book before, but this one is from 1899. So it's a vintage book, 1899. So that would mean it's over 100 years old, 120 years old actually. I'm trying to show you the photo here. So the photo author with the little clear sheet here. So it's a nice copy. It's in great condition. Sold this for $25. I took an offer on it. I had it listed for a good amount more, but I decided to take the offer because when I looked up on eBay for solds the last 3 months, there just weren't very many that had sold, and I didn't want to risk losing the sale by coming back with a higher price, like 35, 40 bucks, whatever, and then lose it. I've got plenty of books for sale, and $25 is great. And this was a book, pretty sure that I got from that. Actually, I don't know. I think I got it from the storage unit of those 2,000 books, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Might not be. But yeah. So don't be scared to take those offers for sure, even if they're somewhat lower or even half of what you had up there. I had listed that for $50, so I took 50% less than what I had listed for. But just based on the sales, it wasn't selling that much, so I figured I'd just get rid of it, make 25 bucks. After fees and everything, probably, I don't know, around $20, $18, something like that. So that's a great return on my money. So yeah, so slow sales weekend on eBay and Amazon, but still 6 sales, still something. Thankfully, I had my local sale, but of course most people don't. So if all you had was a few sales over the weekend, keep listing, keep sourcing. It's just something that's going to happen. I saw this every year when I was only doing FBA and only doing books, and then just starting to do CDs. It would always slow down in the summer, but you can keep on buying, keep on listing, keep on sending in, whatever you're doing, wherever you're selling, and eventually it will kick back in. That's just the name of the game, for media in particular. Of course, if you're selling different stuff, it might be the seasons might be different. But for books and media, just be aware. These are the slower times. Don't worry about it. Hang in there. You're still going to make sales during the summer. It just won't be as much. It might be down 30, 40% or more even. But if you keep on putting the right items up for sale, pricing them right, taking offers on eBay, you should end up selling off some stuff. Also, what you can do on eBay, of course, is run a promotion, 10% off, 15% off, 20% off. If people are watching your items, you can make offers to them. I actually need to do that on eBay. I haven't done that in a few weeks. Every few weeks, I'll accumulate, watchers, I guess, and then it becomes eligible to send them an offer. So I'll get like 100, 200, whatever offers sent out at one time, 10% off, 15% off, and I will usually get some sales. Sometimes I'll get more sales than other times. It is slow time, so it might not be that many this time, but even to generate a couple additional sales is worth the effort because it does not take much time to do that on eBay. Yeah, guys, so moral of the story is keep buying inventory, keep listing, because if you're buying the right stuff, it should sell when things pick up. Things should start to pick up in a couple months, and of course significantly, if you're doing books once August hits and start going back to school, of course on Amazon, but also on eBay as well, sell lots of books and media. And then we're going to start getting closer and closer to Q4. And this year for me personally, I have double the amount of eBay inventory that I had for last year, and it's only June, beginning of June. So underneath this desk here, I've got several hundred items that need to be listed, and individual items. So hopefully I get all those listed, in the next few months, and I will have even a larger inventory. Right now, my inventory on eBay is 1,240, which is way more than I've ever had. Now, if you only have a couple hundred, you're saying, wow, that's so much. It is. And it does generate, a good amount of activity and sales. But not even as much as I want. Like I just want to list everything I have, whatever that ends up being. That's great. But, I'm trying to hit double that basically. just list everything that I have, because I'm tired of seeing these piles of things that aren't listed. Of course, then the issue becomes storing it. But I do have enough space to store it. So just make sure, of course, that you have the space. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video.